Hey guys, it's Laura here at Art Zone. Today we're going to talk about our big star Christmas tree and how to make it. So it should look similar to this when you get it back. Yeah, pretty cool. So let's talk about how to do this. You've seen the videos for the little guy. We did that earlier. But now let's focus on this big one. So in your clay kit, you should have gotten your stars that you're going to use to put together. So they should already be pre-cut for you. That's just because we didn't have enough cookie cutters to send home with everyone. So that's how you're going to get them today. All right, so let's put them together. The things that you're going to need right away is your skewer, your clay stars. You should have a styrofoam plate or get one from your house. It's okay. It can be paper. Styrofoam tends to hold up a little bit better, but go ahead and get that. You're going to turn it upside down. You want the poopy side up, I guess. So you're going to set that down. You should have also been given a cone, like a snow cone. You're going to need that as well. So you're going to have that to start with. From there, we're ready to get started. Whenever you do this, you want to find your biggest star that you have. It'll have the biggest star cut out from the inside as well. You want to find it and go ahead and put your name on the bottom of it. So get your skewer and put your name or whatever you want on the bottom of it, because once we get going, we're probably not going to pick it back up. So as you can see, I put my name on there. It's backwards for you guys. You're welcome for that. All right, so let's start putting them together. I like to go ahead and lay them out, my smallest to my biggest, so I know what order I'm gonna go in. And we're gonna start from our biggest up to our smallest, all right? So again, let's get our biggest one. To put them together, you want to make sure that you scratch to attach. That's what it's called, or slip and score. That's what it's called in order to put them together and make sure that they're gonna stay together. If you don't scratch to attach, your tree's gonna come apart. Most of the time, it'll be fine for you at home, but when you bring it back to me and I go to pick them up to put it in the kiln, it's gonna separate into a bunch of pieces, and then you're gonna get either a bunch of pieces back together, or sometimes they break and you'll end up with nothing. So make sure, if you hear anything else, make sure that you scratch to attach. It's the absolute most important part. And so let me show you how to do it. You're gonna take your star, and you can see that this one's already been started because Kathy tried this video earlier and she had an issue. So you're gonna go ahead and take this up. I'm sure she's gonna appreciate that I told you guys that. Anyway, so you're gonna go ahead and take your skewer, and you're gonna make just a bunch of scratch marks. It doesn't have to be pretty. No one's gonna see it but you. So you wanna make it nice and scratched up, right? And then you're gonna take it and you're gonna go ahead and place it on your cone. As you can see, it lays kind of flat. So, whereas this tree was kind of draped down a little bit, I don't know how well you can see that. If you want to do that, you're gonna go ahead and start forming that now, where it kind of slants down a little bit. You can go ahead and do that now, okay? So then you're gonna grab your next star, flip it to whatever side you want your underneath to be. We're gonna use this one. And again, we're gonna make a bunch of scratch marks. We're gonna scratch it up. I'm going kind of fast so that this video isn't really, really long. You guys take your time at home. Make sure you really get a lot of scratches on there so that it'll really stay together. Once you get your scratches on your top and your bottom, you're gonna go ahead and stick your fingers in water. 2 fingers is what I like to use, and then just tap those scratch marks. You don't wanna rub because you don't want your scratches to go away. That's why you just wanna tap, tap, tap all the way around. And then you're gonna take it and drape it on your cone. Again, I like to kind of go different directions there so you can see that they're going every other. And then you're gonna take it, and again, you want to go ahead and start pressing it down if you want your tree to look like that. If you want it to just lay flat and not be pressed down, you can do that too. That's completely your choice, your design. There we go. This clay's been sitting out for a while, so it's kind of dry. It's kind of hard to work when it gets that dry. If that should happen to you at home, just add a little bit of water. We like to use a little spray bottle of water and just squirt them occasionally and get them wet again so they're easier to work with. All right, so from there, we are going to just keep going up. So we're gonna keep building. I'm gonna pretend like I've scratched every layer. I want you guys at home to really do it. I'm gonna go ahead and keep going, and I'm gonna keep putting my stars on there. Again, pretend that I'm going crazy with my scratches. I'm adding water. I already have an example, so I don't need to keep this one, right? So that's why I'm not really gonna scratch it up. But we wanna keep yours, so make sure that you scratch up at home, okay? You scratch, you add your water. It looks like that we're gonna have to cut out some more of our stars here. We didn't get all the way through it. At some point we switched to circles and we use circles to get through there. But we're gonna go ahead and keep going all the way up till we've completely covered up our cone. Again, remember at home, you're scratching in between each layer and you're adding that water. It's very, very important. That's why I keep saying it, because it's very, very important. This clay has gotten so dry, it's really hard to work with. All right, you can fast forward me. I hope you guys are having a good holiday season. You're getting to see some family and do some fun things. I know here at Art Zone we've been having some fun, creating, doing some pottery wheel stuff. It's been a lot of fun. All right, so you can see now that I've stacked my tree to where I can't see my cone anymore, right? So that means that this next layer is still gonna go right on top. I would scratch to attach it. Let me go ahead and do that one. So we're gonna scratch this up real good. Look how messy that is. That's what we're going for, nice and messy. We're gonna scratch this one up too. Add that water to both things. And then we have the top to our tree. Now you get to decide, once we get that top on there, now's where you get to decide, do you want a star or you want to come up with your own item? We're going to go ahead and put a star. We've sent a star for you guys to put on there, but you're welcome to come up with your own creation. You can just, we've sent you some extra clay to make ornaments and stuff, so you can use that and the star to make something else if you'd rather have a different topper. But to get your star to stand, you want to scratch up the corners of your star and scratch up where the corners would land on your top star. Tap that water in there. And press it together. Now, for this top one, you also want to kind of blend that line away to really make sure that it stays. Sometimes if you can't get your finger in there to do it, if you go back and use your skewer, you can really get in there and you can get in between here and really try to take that line away. This one's, again, really hard because my clay is so dry. But you would see that your lines would go away and those two pieces would become one, and that's really going to help hold your star up straight. From there, you've got your name on the bottom. We did that in the very beginning. So once you get your star on there, you're able to go back and create your ornaments. You've been given extra clay. So hard. So you can take it and turn it into little balls if you want. I like to make my balls just by rolling my hands back and forth with the piece of clay in there. And then again, you'll just want to scratch to attach them. Some of our other customers have done things where they've made presents and put on their tree. If you do anything like that, you can see where this one's just got a bunch of different ornaments on it. If you do anything at all like that, just please, please, please make sure you scratch to attach. If it's not attached to your tree, I cannot guarantee you'll get it back. So it's really important to make sure that whatever you've made is somehow attached to your tree, okay? The next thing, once you get that all done, you're ready to paint, which is called glazing. So you've been given all kinds of different colors. Make sure when you do that, guys, that you use a lot of glaze. The more you put on there, the better it's going to turn out, okay? We really strongly suggest 3 coats. So if you do 1 coat, you need to get up, go play some games, come back, do another coat. That's completely fine. Give it a chance to dry. 3 is really your best bet. If you just do 1 coat, it's going to be see-through. You're not really going to be able to tell that you painted much. 2 coats, it gets a little bit darker, but there's a lot of brush strokes still that you can see. That 3rd coat really helps even things out, okay? And it's gonna make it a lot darker and look a lot better. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you should have any questions along the way as when you're creating, feel free to send us a message or give us a call, and we'd be happy to help out. Thanks so much for creating with us, and we look forward to seeing your creations. Have a great day and Merry Christmas.